Sveiki and welcome back to your Irregular Latvian news and also the land of darkness that is France this past week. In Latvia, just like elsewhere in Europe, things are slowly moving towards becoming somewhat normal again. So in the news also we are seeing less and less stories about the coronavirus and more day-to-day traditional Latvian problems. So here are the most irregular ones from the past month. Uncontrollable drone runs away and gets lost. On the 2nd of May, an explosive news story shook Latvia, and it was that this drone that looks like it could be a missile and that weighs 25 kilos lost contact with its control station and set off somewhere into the blue and was not heard from again. So the company that made it, UAVFactory, as well as the Latvian National Forces, started searching for this drone and briefly paralyzed the whole Latvian airspace, which was not that busy at the moment anyway, but still. The funniest thing is that at the moment when this was reported, the drone still had 90 hours worth of fuel, so it could have been anywhere. So for the next 2 days, Latvia was on active UFO sighting duty, and numerous theories were also made about what's the origin of this drone, what's its purpose, and where it could have gone. Some said it must have tried to get to Sweden and has landed somewhere in the Baltic Sea, but it might as well have had gone to Russia or any other country next to us. Finally, they found it on the 17th of May, and it had not even gone that far. They found it in a nearby forest, still in the territory of Latvia, and it was there chilling in a tree, waiting to be found. Also, since the drone looks like it does, and the company that creates it also creates military-grade drones, people were kind of wondering what the purpose of this test flight was, because where it was launched was also not far from a military base. So it raised some questions about the competency of the Latvian army, if it had been them. But it wasn't. It turns out that it was the company that was simply trying to set a new world record in the longest drone flight, which I have no idea what it is right now. The longest UAV flight that I've seen recorded on the internet is like 25 days, so I think 90 hours is a bit off, but maybe it's a different category. They did already set a record in 2012 for around 54 hours, and the bar must have been raised since then, but in any case, they didn't beat it because the data from the recovered drone showed that they were not even close to beating the record because the drone had landed the same evening when it went missing, so not even 24 hours. Well, better luck next time. I do hope that they break this record because it is always nice to add a new record to the already impressive collection of Latvian world records. Latvian fashion brand comes under fire for the cover of the song Imagine. So it's a well-known fact that Latvia is always a little bit late to the world trend party, and we tend to jump on them a couple of weeks or months or years later, if we jump on them at all. And you would think that this extra time that we take would allow us to see how the trends play out in the world and so refine our own strategy, but it is not always the case. Amorale, a Latvian fashion brand of luxury loungewear, were inspired by the Imagine cover done by the celebrities over in the US and decided to do their own version, recruiting female stars from Latvia. But then it seems that a case of easier said than done hit, because even though the project was launched in March and the videos were recorded in March, it was only released now. And it appears that somebody at Amorale figured out that since the corona hype is slowly dying down, it is no longer relevant to publish the video under the quarantine context because people are no longer that much in quarantine. So somebody was charged with writing a caption that would be more relevant to current events. And so they wrote, "We are together. We are women. It is important. And we believe in women's strength, softness, and in discussion. We condone aggression and violence, and that they believe in equality, diversity, and inclusion." And the Latvian Internet Society pretty much said, Ei, no way. Criticizing the brand for being two-faced, for riding the hype wave and recycling a pre-made video just to fit the context to make itself seem like a very woke brand, which people don't believe Amorale is. I mean, it is not known for being very diverse and inclusive, given the fact that when it comes to diversity, not much of it is represented within the brand, as they only push a certain type of women as the face of their products. And so people said that if you would like to talk about inclusivity, how about including some other sizes other than 36, 38, and 40 in your clothing range? So Amorale apologized, but I would like to point out that although the context and the timing were off, the key was not. And actually, this video was very surprisingly well executed, with some women even adding quite amazing harmonies. Like that. Life in peace. The video has been taken down, so I don't think I'm allowed to share it with you entirely, but it makes me sad because it was a good representation of the singing nation that we are. Hopefully they will sing again. For your information, the state of emergency in Latvia is set to end in the 9th of June, which means that probably air travel between all European countries will also reopen, so you will be able to go to Latvia. And in case you need a reason to go visit Latvia, look at these beautiful pictures of the Latgalian landscape. These are taken by Mihails Ignats, who is an aerial photographer, and I think he has won a Sony World Photographer Award. But yes, just for your enjoyment, I will include the full gallery in the description. Isn't it wonderful? I also came across this 12-minute video from Arte about Jūrmala, or seaside city, that I told you about in the first alphabet video, which, speaking of, it will be on the 18th of June, a year since I posted my first video, which is crazy! And thank you a lot for being here with me today. I'm really happy to be doing this, and you are a huge inspiration for that. So anyway, Jūrmala is well known for its beach, obviously it's the seaside city, and also its architecture, which is very specific to the region, and its healing swamps. So the swamps in Temeri produce mineral water as well as some healing clays and stuff that you can put all over your body. And so for decades, people have been coming to Jūrmala sanatoriums to restore their health. And also, by the way, Jūrmala is where I'm from. Of course, they don't show my part of the town in the video, but it is still nice to see and discover. It's available in French and German, but, you know, why not go there for the pretty pictures as well? A BMW falls through a cobblestone road in the center of Riga into nothingness beneath. And it looked like that. So this incident happened on Friday, and through this incident they discovered that the heating system of the city was not exactly functioning well in this spot, as probably a pipe had burst and the water had taken out all the ground beneath the cobblestone, which this unfortunate BMW discovered. There's also a video, and I love how all the people and cars being close to this BMW and passing it are just unfazed by the fact that there's a huge hole in front of them that we don't know how big the hole is underneath the cobblestone, but it seems that nobody really thinks that they might suffer the same fate as the BMW. So this incident is somewhat funny because stating that we have bad roads in Latvia is like one of the most popular reasons to complain in the country. So we put ourselves down quite a lot, but also key to our mentality is saying that it can always be worse. So in the evening of the same day, a major internet news site published another article called "The Incident of the Morning Was Nothing. We've had much worse." And they added photographic evidence of the fact that yes, indeed, we have had much worse. Many cars have already overestimated Latvian roads. But don't worry, these are still somewhat of a freak incident. The moral of the story is take that car insurance when you rent a car. Alright, and that's all the irregular news I have for you this time. Thank you for watching. Leave your comment, how are you doing, what's new in your side of the world, and I'll see you soon maybe.